David Fincher's Seven is a dark, disturbing, and unforgettable crime thriller that blends psychological horror with noir-style detective work. It's a film that gets under your skin with its grim atmosphere, haunting visuals, and nihilistic outlook on human nature. Seven doesn't rely on jump scares or excessive gore. It thrives on psychological horror and deeply unsettling imagery. Each crime scene, based on the seven deadly sins, is meticulously crafted to make the audience feel uneasy. The sloth victim, an emaciated man kept alive for a year, is one of the most shocking moments. The scene is so tense that when he suddenly gasps for air, even the detectives are terrified. The gluttony crime scene, featuring a corpse force-fed until his stomach bursts, is equally sickening. What makes these moments even more disturbing is that we rarely see the actual crimes being committed. We only see their aftermath, leaving our imagination to fill in the horrifying gaps. The climax of Seven is one of the most iconic and shocking endings in cinema history. When the killer, John Doe, Kevin Spacey, leads detectives Mills, Brad Pitt, and Somerset, Morgan Freeman, to a barren desert, he orchestrates his final devastating crime. A delivery truck arrives with a package. Inside is the severed head of Mills' wife, Tracy, Gwyneth Paltrow. Mills's repeated, desperate, "What's in the box?" is a defining moment in film history, a mixture of disbelief, rage, and heartbreak. It's an unrelenting gut punch that cements Seven as one of the darkest films ever made. Unlike typical thrillers where the hero saves the day, Seven ends in absolute despair, with Mills succumbing to his rage and completing Doe's master plan by sinning wrath. Brad Pitt, Detective Mills, delivers one of his most emotionally charged performances. At first, he plays the cocky young detective eager to prove himself, but as the film progresses, we see his frustration and arrogance morph into helplessness. His breakdown in the final moments, eyes filled with rage, confusion, and devastation, is masterful. Morgan Freeman, Detective Somerset, is the perfect contrast. A weary, wise detective who has seen too much evil in his life. Freeman's quiet, restrained performance makes Somerset one of the most compelling detectives in cinema. Kevin Spacey, John Doe, is chilling. His calm, calculated demeanor makes him even more terrifying than if he had been a loud, raving lunatic. He truly believes in his twisted ideology, which makes his crimes even more disturbing. How the film comes across to the audience Seven is more than just a crime thriller. It's a brutal, existential examination of human nature. The bleak cinematography, constant rain, and overwhelming sense of doom make the audience feel just as trapped in the nightmare as the characters. The film's message is clear. Evil isn't just something you catch, it's something that infects and destroys everything in its path. The ending leaves the audience shaken, forcing them to sit in the horrifying weight of Mills's irreversible choice. Seven is a masterclass in psychological horror and crime storytelling. It's intense, unsettling, and unforgettable, with some of the most shocking scenes in film history. If you can stomach the darkness, it's one of the greatest thrillers ever made.